Front of him.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Irv Smith Jr. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And this being the wild card round, he is the true wild card in this game because a rookie quarterback getting to start in the NFL postseason, that's not normal. That's a little bit on the unusual side. And there's plenty of guys who have gone into the playoffs after a very good regular season and have struggled. But there have been a few who played well. He wants to be in the latter list.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw, eluding the pressure right. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. Big strides. Look at him go. On the move past the 40. Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. Fournette. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Fournette again. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Leonard Fournette taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 39. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now here's Mahomes. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. And now it's blocked. Now the Chargers have it. Taking it right down Broadway. 30. 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Charger drive about to get going.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the gut, Fournette. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Again, it's Fournette. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Flushed out right. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And that one results in 35 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Leonard Fournette with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 2. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw is on target to Likely. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Mahomes to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. He's at the 50. The 30. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
It's about that time. Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. DJ Chark, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now the
The Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. His throw incomplete.
Rondale Moore, the intended target.
And it's 3rd and short.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
They'll look to throw.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. So great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had. Piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title. And they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught right around the 6.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
They will run it. It's Fournette. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
He'll leave that underneath to Sermon, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Rondale Moore.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
This one is Slayton over the middle. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes
on the slant, complete to Michael Thomas.
And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Mahomes firing complete, and he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. Here's Mahomes now on the option right. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. He'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw here.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Darius Slayton from 6 yards away.
And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Mahomes will throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The LA offense ready for this next possession. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. Off the option, it's Sermon. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
They give to Sermon out of the gun.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
From the gun, Sermon.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
77 yards on the ground for Fournette. It's a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Steps away to his left. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
He's got his man, Thornton. Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton
from 21 yards away.
And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And now out comes Houston.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Straight ahead, it's Sermon.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
It's another one.